Good morning. The time is 9:33 and today is December the 12th. I don't really got nothing to say like feeling wise. I just want to chit chat with you guys. So that will be the title of this video. I guess kind of give an idea of, my thoughts and opinions. Again, my name is TW. If you like the commentary, please like, comment, and subscribe, and put me in this YouTube algorithm so I can get this YouTube money. Period. I kind of just want to talk about imprints, right? Imprints that you place on people indirectly or directly. The way you feel about yourself is a projection. I speak about a lot of spiritual stuff up here because I believe that I am a spiritual human being. And I really do believe in energies and what is it called? And I Googled it earlier today so I can it's something to do with astronomy. And retrograde, there we go, retrograde. And when the moons and the stars are aligned, definitely can affect your mood and etc. And I only can speak for self. And I have noticed about, just in general, point in case, this celibacy opened my eyes to a clarity of things. And when I say that, it's, you already know these things, but sometimes when you take a full step back, like literally take a step back, you see things that you missed before. You appreciate things that you would not probably didn't necessarily appreciate before. Like the whole outcome on the spectrum is completely different, but it's not coming from a space of delirium, so to speak. Again, going back to the first few statements of being feeling like I move in alignment with the universe. At least I try to, right? That's what I am practicing. That is what I'm teaching myself, and self-discipline, and just listening to my intuition, and having faith, and speaking life, and being in love with self has a lot to do with that. Because I notice, like, if I'm communicating with a person who don't know themselves for real, it's hard for them to communicate with me properly. It's like I'm viewing people, places, and things like completely different. And not to say that that vision wasn't there before, because like I said, I'm an introvert, so it always kind of put me in a place of observation. Because for a while, some people thought that I was either delayed or a mute, which I feel possibly are in the same box, simply because I don't really speak much, right? And then when I do communicate, I'm either labeled as, you speak Caucasian, or you behave Caucasian. Like, I have gotten that like my entire life, so I'm kind of like accustomed to it, used to it, don't feel no type of way about it. And also with the level of growth that I want to continue to absorb, it pushed me further out into, with some people that look like me, because that's what's around me right now. So I can't really speak on other races, right? Diversities, whichever you want to label them as. I can't really speak on other, ethnicities, I should say, rather. Yeah. Because that's what I'm, around majority of the time. So people that look like me, have a distorted way of viewing me. As a young child, I would probably be considered in the box of, oh, she goth, or just not like typical, people that look like me behave, right? So, and again, that's not a bad thing. I'm not coming from a place of judgment. The place that I'm standing in, the position that where I'm trying to come from, is simply a position of, it's okay to be different. It's beautiful to be authentic. Like, I really feel like a lot of people disassociate themselves with being authentic. Insane. I really do believe people, disassociate themselves with that, because I don't do, like I said, outside of YouTube, I do not do social media. I refuse to just absorb other people's lives. That's exhausting. Like, I'm already navigating, life outside of my home, which is a positive. Nothing I'm saying is a negative, because that's not how I operate. Does not mean everybody should operate the way that I operate. So I am not coming from a place of judgment. But what I am saying for myself, I forgot the point that I was trying to make. Not the point necessarily, but the statement that I was about to make. However, people just like, oh, it's always a trend. It's always, I feel like a lot of people follow the crowd, and a lot of brainwash happens indirectly, directly. Let me say that again. I feel like a lot of brainwash happens indirectly, directly. Again, this personally, I feel like I have always been in this space of just being opposite of everybody. Just really feeling like I have a gift, in a sense of, I don't think the way you think, and that's okay, and I'm still going to love you, right? When somebody is being mean, disrespectful, etc., my position is never to come back and, act the same way. The best way is just to remove yourself. Like, I really feel very strongly about removing yourself from things that does not serve you well. If it's a detriment to your health, physically and mentally. And remember, mental health is wealth. You can have all the money in the world and be miserable. If your mental is not where, and I'm not talking about like you were born with a disability, like bipolarism, schizophrenia, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, like a literal mental disorder, there should really be no way that you are navigating this world in the opposition of, interacting with people and leaving them in distress. Did y'all hear me say that? Okay. I am at a space in my life where, yeah, if you're not for me, you're not for me. Like, and I'm not speaking in the intimate sense. I'm generally speaking. If you're not for me, you're not for me. And again, I have always navigated that way, which, it definitely excused some of the experience that I should have experienced, I guess, but not really, because like I said, I do believe that the universe allowed me to really sit there and be like, hey, TW, really listen to your intuition. Like, do you really want to do that? And, you know, because, like, honestly, for every action, there's a reaction. And not to say that there are consequences to things, but there are consequences to things. People want to sit there and be like, oh, they can, you know, disconnect the tether and, you know, interacting with people sexually or energetically, right? I mean, I guess to an extent, right? Everything, right? To an extent, right? But, you know, we do, it's an imprint. Like, you can remember something that it felt good to you, or it didn't feel so good to you, even if it was temporary. You feel what I'm saying? So those temporary experience, it still was an experience, right? And I think that people really disassociate themselves from those things. I think that's horrible. And, you know, like I said, I am not encouraging people to, you know, what I want to say is absorb everything and absorb it, feel it, process it, and still be positive at the end of the day, because I feel like self-sabotaging is real. And that gust of wind was really bad. Oh my gosh. And what you put out into the universe, you do receive back. Like, you catch more bees with honey. I don't want to be synthetic. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to be synthetic. And I think that's just like the gist of each video that I have been expressing. Like, I'm pouring out my, what you see is like really what you get. Like, I'm not faking it. I'm not faking it till I make it. I'm not, even at work. Okay. Like I said, I generally like my job. I'm blessed to be in a position where I genuinely enjoy, you know, my job. However, financially wise, you know, it could be better, right? But this is what's working for me at this current moment. And that's okay, right? However, like I said, it's a positive. The point that I'm trying to make in that space, it's a positive in each pocket. It's like when we were in school, again, elementary, you learned about, what was it? Cause and effect. Yeah, I think it was cause and effect. And then in the middle, you jot down the positives and those cause and effect. Forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. I have school age kids. So, and I do help with homework. I am a on-hands guardian. So, parent, mom, whatever you want to label it as, I am a on-hands guardian. I am in love with those human beings. And switch real quick. Sometimes I feel like I do them a disservice because I am so outside of the norm. In turn, they may be outside of the norm as well, because I feel like I'm raising different human beings from, like, they don't really do social media either. Like, first of all, I'm a stalker. So I do go through phones. I pay the bill. So I do go through phones, and yeah, I limit what the watch hours and, you know, etc. Because again, that's brainwash. It's literal brainwash, whether you feel like it or not. Because I also want to dispute the fact that, you know, people be like, oh, I'm not influenced by that. You are influenced by music. You are influenced by visual. You are influenced by communication. You are influenced by body language, energy. Whether it was directly or indirectly, you were influenced. So I think the company that you keep is definitely, you know, I want to say a characteristic about you. Just in general, and again, like I said, I'm not coming from a place of judgment, because for real, it's all peace, love, and positivity. I just really feel like, I think I'm one, and I don't know if I said this before, I don't belong here. I don't belong on this planet. I don't belong, and I'm not saying that as a negative. I'm really disassociated with, like, I shouldn't say that. I really don't believe that a lot of people can relate to me, which in turn, sometimes, because I'm a human being, I feel alone, because a lot of people don't understand authenticity. A lot of people don't understand honesty. A lot of people don't understand discipline. A lot of people don't understand consistency. A lot of people don't understand trust. A lot of people don't understand when somebody is being, like, you know what I'm saying? They just don't understand that. They feel like they meeting your representative, or like, sometimes it's just like, it's just real bad. Like, you don't know how many times in this celibacy, journey, and first, let me say this. Even though I may be misspeaking, okay? My husband may already be around me, and I don't even know it. And I say that because most of the people that I interact with are males. I don't really have female, I guess you can call them counterparts. I don't really communicate with females like that. I don't know why. It just hasn't happened for me. Like, again, this is a pattern of mine. I'm just more with the guys. You feel what I'm saying? And not saying that I'm like bro. Like, it's not giving bro. I want to say more like sis or something. And that's okay. But, and also in that realm, because men, and I hate to admit it, men and females do operate on a different wavelength. Most of the males like you not in a friend way. You feel what I'm saying? I also believe, like, you have to be friends first before you can be other. That makes sense to me. So, with all of that being said, like, I feel like my husband may already be in my face, and I don't even know. Like, I may just be misspeaking, because, like I said, to my point, I'm always around males, and I know that a few of them see me not in a cis way. Okay, and that's okay. I don't feel no ways about that. Like, I really want to become, one of those people. I don't want to take anything personally, especially, like, if you know who you are, you can speak fluently, so we can have our understanding, and like, being on the same page with a person feels very amazing. It feels very amazing. And, even if you don't like, what you heard or what you received, etc., being on the same page still feels immaculate. And that's what I'm trying to convey. Like, generally speaking, as a whole, like, I need you to know who you are at all times when you communicate with me, because you not knowing who you are, it's like a repellent. Like, I'm retreating, like the energy is off between us, and it's not directly, it's indirect. Like, I don't know, I feel, like you're throwing off my wavelength. You're throwing off my energy patterns because you're off. And again, I want to also make this clear, like, that's only when like you don't communicate that. Like, again, I can pick up on the common sense action behaviors, right? Okay, but I'd rather you just express that. Hence why you need to know yourself. If you feel confused, hey, I ain't feeling like myself today. I feel a little bit off. Like, I don't know. I think there may be a diagnosis for something that I have. And I stay be trying to diagnose myself too. Not in a negative way. Like, cause I really I be logically trying to understand, like, yeah, I don't fit in any of these placements. I don't fit in. Like, where is my tribe at? Where is my spiritual family at? Because this ain't it. And sometimes, because I'm a human being, like, it gets lonely sometimes. And again, I just want to properly love you, and everything is not an intimacy thing. I genuinely want to properly love you. And I know people fuck with me, and I know that I'm loved, because like I said, this celibacy era, and I hate to say that, like, I've been in the streets, I've been popping it open, blah, blah, blah. No, circle real small, friends and relationships. Okay, again, listen to the other messages. I'm not outside. I don't want to be outside. Okay. So, however, I'm just saying, like, this, as an adult being celibate, it further confirms to me that, yeah, like, I just want to be in good company. I just want to be in good energy. I just want to be in good vibes. I want to learn. I want to learn something off of you, and vice versa. I want to, if I decide, hey, this friendship, yeah, I think it ran its course, I want to be able to convey that to you, and you'd be like, oh, okay, like, because I always hear the expression, on, oh, feelings are fickle. So again, people are fickle. So because we are all fickle, going back to what's the point of being in a relationship then? If feelings are fickle, what is the point of being in a relationship? And I'm not trying to destroy either or. I'm just, like, legitly trying to understand that concept, because I don't really understand the concept of marriage anymore if I cannot put all my eggs in your basket. You wake up one morning and not wanting to be with me, that's not an L to me. It's not an L to me. It's okay. You don't view me the way you once viewed me. It's okay. I'd rather you tell me, hey, this isn't working for me anymore, so I can gather myself and allow you to be your best self. It's not an L to me. I invested in you. We learned from each other. We understand each other's strengths and weakness. We, like, what I am saying, most people would be like, oh, well, you living in a fairy tale world. Like, that's not realistic. It's very much realistic. Y'all are just disconnected from self. So because you're disconnected from self, you know, other people that you interact with, entanglement with, are also disconnected with themselves. That's why people keep creating broken spaces. People keep creating broken spaces, broken environments, and you know, unfortunately, kids are always a part of, you know, those atmospheres, environments. So, you know, you are, you know, exhibiting brokenness. That's not what type time I'm on. I've never been. I don't want to. I grew up in a broken environment. I'm the oldest child. I know what that look like. I know what that feel like. Yeah, I experienced all of that. That's not something that, you know, I wanted to pass down to my children. Horrible. And again, my mother did the best she could, you know, she could have done being a single parent. Love her. But, and again, don't fault her at all, because she's a human being. I just feel like and on that note, whatever trauma you have, you need to work on it. Because we can't keep trauma bonding with people. We can't keep having these trauma experiences. Like, that's not okay. That's not okay. So yeah, and sometimes I just feel like I do my kids a disservice, because that's not what type of time I'm on. I'm not on that type of time. So yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I feel bad. I feel bad for myself. I feel bad for my kids, because the conversation that I'm having with myself, aka YouTube, I feel like that conversation may be had amongst my children, because like it's so horrible out here. Like, I don't want to fake it to make it. I want to be happy. I want to be my authentic self, and I want you to see me. Do you see me? I want you to see me. So yeah, I don't know what to say, but I'm not coming from a place of sadness, or I don't know what else to characterize it as. I'm not coming from a place from that. I just want to pour out my heart to you guys today, because yeah, like I love me for real. I love me for real, and I really wish like we would start raising, you know, our children. They people. I really wish that we would stop trauma bonding and like with our own kids. The people, we're not giving them a chance. Like, we're setting each other up for failure. We're setting each other up for failure. Like, for real though. So thank you for listening. Yeah, so far so good. Today is Thursday, December the 12th. Yes, today is Thursday, December the 12th. I don't know what time is it right now. Thank you for listening. Again, my name is TW, and this was just a little chit chat to kind of just tell you what was on my heart and what was on my mind. And yeah, peace, love, and positivity. Life is really what you want it to be.